Music is the one of most accessible arts. There are people for whom music is just a background noise that lights up their mood. Some people base their personalities around it and make it way too serious, poor kids. For me, it's just an opportunity to promote our music. Go listen to our band Ryko. Be the first one to have our album rated on Radio Music. What could be more important than being day one fan of underground band? As I was saying, most of the people have no idea how music works. They don't know what struggles artists have to overcome to become conducted in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So hi, my name is whatever, who cares about that? In this series I'll be talking about band, song, and explain interesting production or songwriting ideas in very accessible way. I hope that you skip the disclaimer, so I'll say it again. I've graduated from music college, worked with the big names in the industry, and have all the knowledge to talk about music. Also, don't forget to check out our music. You're in good hands, and be sure I'm the first person to trust about music and songwriting. Okay, let me just prove it. Origin of Symmetry, arguably the best Muse album. It has space rock aesthetics and futuristic sound which could not be achieved without clever engineering. Song Plugin Baby is the biggest track on this album, yet its production decisions are this close to being called dog shit experimental. Alternative pop tracks usually contain left and right guitars, bass in the middle, drums, vocal, and layers to the taste. Let's check out what Muse did there. Song starts with fuzzy guitar arpeggio that transitions into song's main hook. Mix is pretty full and doesn't sound like it's too empty. Fun fact is that in this part you only hear 3 instruments, like no double takes. Drums pretty much like any other drums, it's actually the most normal thing in the song. Guitar on the right and bass. Whoa, let's just slow down there. In the mix, bass does 2 jobs at the same time. First of them being a bass, second of them being a guitar. Low end is centered and nothing unusual about it, but as I may assume, I don't know the details. I was busy that day, couldn't come to their studio to check it out. The channel has a center synth pedal which is panned to the left, filling the empty space. This is how it sounds in the context. If you watch my documentary on Netflix, you're aware of 2 bass rolls in the mix. So this one is the contributing one. It plays its own thing, harmonizing with guitar arpeggio and follow the drums groove at the same time. In the verses, bass changes into less aggressive synth preset, and that's the place where another instrument gets to shine. Guitar's a double track during chorus. Right one plays common 3 chord cycle in 4/4 rhythm, while left guitar strums octaves and keeps extending till the end of the chorus. That's just one song from the album. I didn't mention vocals and guitar verses because they are pretty much self-explanatory. Sadly, I couldn't find songs as interesting as this one in their discography. Like, I'm not familiar with this band, so you're welcome to comment section. Educate me. Iris by Goo Goo Dolls is like top 50 things humankind's ever made, right after WWE. This song is the slow ballad about what it takes to be human, about freedom, love for life. Song sounds extremely percussive. Warm drums, acoustic guitar with B, D, 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 D tuning, and single vocal take contributes to the intimate and spacey vibe. I'm not a fan of orchestral elements in a rock song. Usually it sounds pushed and pretentious. Like violins could make your song more serious because, oh, they used violins in classical music. But in this case, they are used to emphasize guitar strums and they don't overflow the mix. Before I go any further, I want you to pay close attention. Hey you, I know you're watching video as a background, but please look at the screen for a second. Thank you. This song teaches something really important about songwriting. It teaches us that less means more. With orchestra and openly strumming guitars, track already sounds complex enough. Adding one more huge sounding element could easily ruin the dynamics and the song itself. And instead of coming up with epic shredding guitar solo, guitarists simply playing one note at a time, making it top 10 guitar solos of all time for me. I wish I could add live performance of the song from 2004, but I'm not gonna try my chances. Each time I'm uploading a video, it's getting blocked and I have to replace the whole segment and render it again. Like, what you mean video isn't available in America but I'm blocked in Russia? Whatever. By the way, this song was inspired and made for Nicolas Cage movie. Let this sink in. Bigger, better, stronger, power. Black Eyed Peas shaped the sound of late 2000s and early 10s. All these industrial dance pop hits that you hear in TikTok one way or another had will.i.am's hand on them. Despite his music sounding way too robotic for today's modern pop listener, it has everything to be generational anthems. If you're a true ryko enjoyer, you know I talked about elements that make song radio hit. You can throw away all the harmonies from a 2000 track and end up with only rhythm. It's still gonna be recognizable. In the past 10 years, pop songs started being more melodic and less groove dependent, meaning that they usually use the same drum beats over root notes and guitars with vocals are the catchy part. Like, can you tell what song it is? Yeah, bass and drum beat was the whole thing. Today's music producers usually start from melody and add up rhythm instruments in the end. Black Eyed Peas use synth to emphasize the bass. Rock That Body doesn't have any melody or harmonies besides robots having sex. The song is carried only by vocal melody, catchy phrases, and rhythm. Following the same steps, Billie Eilish started her career. So the thing we learn from this example is treat your instruments the right way. They all deserve to be heard. Listen to any track produced by Timbaland, the guy basically invented drums. I know that's the whole genre's idea, to be groovy, but I kinda miss the times when pop songs were about clubbing all night. Since Daft Punk not around anymore, there's a huge shortage in minimal techno. Yeah, Black Eyed Peas walked so Charlie could run. You're aware that lots of pop stars are bad people for the things they say or do. For example, running the whole industry because their ego can't handle the second place on the global charts, or just straight up saying humanity-hating things online. But even Taylor Swift and Kanye looks like daily villains compared to him.
Somebody had painted a big ugly mask over the cartoon icon's face. Good grief.
Man, this guy's aura needs to be studied. Album cover, stage presence, appearance. You can take any aspect of MF Doom's art and aura is gonna form itself. Guy's name's literally Metal Face Doom. But we're here to talk about music, not person, right? MF Doom, real name Demille DeMille, faced lots of life struggles. He started in the rap trio TMD. For their second album, they changed their whole family-friendly approach into more social and political, but they couldn't release it because of the vulgar album cover despite being signed to a major label. While album was in the making, one of the members, Sub Rock, tragically passed away. This accident broke down Daniel, known as Zev at that time, and bands couldn't continue working on the project. To manage the pain, Daniel allegedly drowned himself in substances and alcohol Warhol. And one day, out of nowhere, he appeared in rap cypher under new alias MF Doom. He became a really important figure in the early 2000s with his broken flow, strange rhythms and beats. His collabs with Madlib, Gorillaz and Danger Mouse introduced him to a wider audience. He influenced many artists from Tyler to Ryko. Yeah, these small pictures on each of our album covers is a homage to Mad Villainy. Yet he was fed up with big labels and stayed true to his sound and himself. His art could easily be defined as nerdcore, sampling old cartoons, using panels as album covers and iconic mask that comes from Gladiator movie. This also can be seen in his music. Do I have to say anything about the flow? I could be just reading the text over Doom's beat and it will still go. This nonchalant approach versus Eminem's clever words, it's so mimified you'll never miss it, so wait for the lyrical flaws.
Number 7, From Heaven. Who do we got? Where we going? Nuclear Penguin.
You that it's still a rush, saving something stuffed, call it fluff, call it guff, but don't ever say they bluff.
Yeah, I know that most of you are aware about the lyrics and flow, so let's look at the producer skill. Finding obscure samples or breaking the fourth wall sounds like a job for a man who looks like this, not like this. Well, now it makes sense. Just take a listen how drastically different Doom's sound was compared to big names back then.
I know it's confusing you, daddy's always on the move, mama's always on the news. I try to keep you sheltered from it, but somehow it seems the harder.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot.
101, the hottest under the sun. I come from under the Tommy. You come from under your garment, your chest and your arm.
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table.
While Dr. Dre was creating heroes for the future generations, Underground Mastermind was coming up with his evil plan. Mainstream had Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube, big numbers, huge production, and all that just to be overshadowed by two underdogs that team up to set new rules in the game. All caps is the supervillain theme. Well, I mean, it starts with a peaceful sample just to be interrupted with the most evil harmony and back to uplifting melody. And the way the album cover looks at you. I don't like when musicians use their Instagram photos for an album cover, but this one, it tells a story, a supervillain operating from the shadows. There is no single scenario where you come up as a winner. So what's that particular thing that makes his songs great? Soul samples, flow, lyric, being human. Despite all the struggles, he somehow managed to save his spark in him. Love for the music, arts and comic books. Build this whole imaginary world where he is the villain cause he can. To escape reality or to save himself from the destructive habits, we'll never know for sure. Being able to create and enjoy art is the gift that he valued a lot. He could have changed his sound and established as a mainstream artist, but he didn't. He didn't care about the flow being offbeat, he didn't care about copyrighted media. If it looks or sounds cool, why should you care? Today with labels and studios, it's not that easy to do that, but you should take a note if you're small artists like me. I like different music genres and that's why I don't have consistency throughout my sound. And I don't care that someone might find my Gmod aesthetics cringe. I just like it. And I like this about any artist. Yeah, you might not like your drawing, but you decided to share it with the world. Share your personality, hobbies, interests. And all these imperfections are not mistakes, but your artistic vision. Nobody can make a perfect art, it's unnatural. People are not like this, they make mistakes. What's the point of creating art that 100% polished? Oh yeah, money. Doom's music was far away from perfect, but that's what makes him human. This dedication truly inspiring. Not only the music, but also the fact that we as people can create something that lifts the mood, helps to go through tough times or lets us reflect on ourselves. It's sad that only after Doom's death everybody started talking about his influence is everywhere, but since he was an underground artist before his death, it's hard to notice that if you don't know what you're looking for. The chain will probably look like this and not straight like this. But as I was saying, he farms aura a lot. He didn't care if he was influential or not, he just liked music. And not only the songs, appearance, album covers, lore, that's all part of the music. He puts effort into every aspect, and that's the greatest thing that any artist can learn from him. It's easy to notice when someone has this spark. Trust me, don't be afraid to share your vision. Of course, it would be worse produced than Somber's music, but at least yours have a soul in it. You can draw a really fun parallel between MF Doom Doom and, well, Doctor Doom. Both were acknowledged among nerds and just recently became mainstream. Both of them have infinite aura and both of them are supervillains. And despite the fact that MF Doom basically stole Marvel's IP, they still paid their respects in the 2024 Doom comic. I really hope they will make an homage to MF Doom in upcoming Avengers movie. I mean, they only have one job. MF Doom passed away on Halloween 2020, but his family shared this only 3 months later. As I said, he didn't share much about his personal life. Some artists talk about their personal drama in their art, while Daniel used it to create his world. It doesn't matter whether he raps about food or robbing banks, it's a small story on its own. Summing up, guys, get inspired, create. Music won't save the world, but people who listen to it will. There's plenty evil in this world, please use your energy to make it better, or at least come up with something good, like good music or whatever. Even though MF Doom lived as a villain, but he died as a hero, which is more important if you ask me. Or maybe he just got on the guard to come up with a new villainous plan. But when he arrives, just remember all caps when you spell the man name.
Thus I have granted your leaders 1 week to surrender to the rule of Doom, or suffer total annihilation.